Hey everyone, Ice King here, and welcome to part 1 of the How to Paint Candy Red Orgoth series. This will be going over the preparation stage, how to paint the red, how we, in this case, paint the gold, and how we paint the black. So moving into step 1, I show you how basically the prep of the model goes, using masking tape to cover off the magnets so that way there's better contact, setting up the pieces on the just clear plastic so I can spray them easy, because the nubs on the back were really hard to grab with like a little alligator clip. And then the best way I found to pop the supports off is actually with an X-Acto knife and a little makeup brush. Going into the first color, which will be Mr. Hobby 1500 Surface Black. Model's primed with that Mr. Hobby 1500. The model's really heavy, so blue tack doesn't always hold, as you saw there. We're going to go to our second color, which will be a gloss black. And this is Mr. Hobby gloss black that I'm using here. I also have Gaia gloss black, which is my favorite gloss black, but just not what I was using. And here we'll show you an example of breaking it down. Just using a spoon to make sure the flow from the airbrush is how I want it to be, make sure the paint is flowing correctly and just where I want it to be. Because sometimes you get inconsistency when they're pre-mixed. Next color will be Mr. Hobby Rough Gold. Really great metallic, as you saw, the little sparkles. It's beautiful. And I'll show you right here how I'm applying the gold to mostly the areas it needs it to be, not like the face and the skin. Gold is done, and I've also masked off the majority of the parts. I want to keep gold on the final piece because that's how we're going to paint the gold here, just by masking it off. Tons of tedious work, but you'll see at the end that this is worth it. And the next color will be Mr. Hobby Clear Red. And here you can see the clear red. We've done 2 coats of clear red, and the clear red's just over the gold. And then here's a little time lapse of me removing every little piece of masking, and this is where you get to see the cool process of that it was definitely worth it. And now the masking's all removed, you can see the glorious gold from underneath the clear red. This may seem weird, but we're going to hit it with a clear coat now. It's not that it's clear coat's weird, we're hitting it with Pledge Floor Gloss. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands here, this is a voiceover. But you just can pour Pledge straight into an airbrush and spray it. So right now I'm making sure that like the spray is what I want with the correct PSI that I'm using, and then it comes out shiny and wet. Like when you apply a clear coat, you want it to apply wet looking. And that's how you know you've got even coverage. And we're just applying over the whole thing, and this will protect it too. Next step into the process, and the reason I have to do this, you have to do this step, is because of the gloss coat. So this is another layer of primer. This is from Pro Acryl, their acrylic primer. And we're just applying it to all the areas that will not be either gold or candy red. Now the priming is done, and the reason we do that is so the acrylic paint that we paint on top has something to stick to, because it's not going to stick very well to just a shiny surface. That's what I've learned in the previous of just learning to paint this style, because this was a whole experimental phase in the beginning of this. Going in with Pro Acryl Coal Black. It's a very nice flat black that I really like, and it contrasts a lot with the gloss of the candy red. And you just apply it on, and it sticks really well one coat, and you just get a solid, easy coat. And that kind of rounds it up for the armor. Here in a second, you're going to see some amazing B-roll of the completed step 1 of the Gharlghast. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you for step 2, the flesh.